This week at Omega, we're going mad diesel, yo. Mad diesel. Let's get started. That's right, guys, mad diesel. That's from some movie I remember watching back in my days in the Army. I don't even remember what movie it is. It's kind of a saying for something that's really cool or crazy or something. I don't know. Anyways, this is a 2014 Volkswagen Jetta TDI. It's in here for quite a bit of work. Some of it is proving to be a little bit difficult because of some tool issues. And we have some issues with a check engine light that we'll talk about in a little bit. This one's in fair shape. It's in pretty good shape. We'll take a look inside and you guys will see how many miles are on it here in a minute. But this is a diesel 2.0 TDI. It's time for a timing belt, water pump, fuel filter, several other services. And that'll be interesting to show you guys what we found there. Let's go ahead and take a look around this thing. So here we are on the front. It's kind of non-descriptive because we have a hood bra or whatever you call that thing on. It's actually covering up the emblem, but obviously it is a Volkswagen. The front looks pretty good. It's got some bugs, dead bugs all over it, and you can see the windshield has a crack in it. It does have some aftermarket wheels. I think it says Sparco on there, Sparco wheels, with a security lug bolt on it. Down this side looks pretty good as well. The other Sparco wheel, we can see there's probably been some small mods because it says Kurma TDI. And it looks like a zombie cat or something going on there.
I like the zombie cat. He's kind of cute.
Yeah, it is kind of cool. As we go around to the back, you can see that the tail lamps have either been, maybe that's stock, I don't know, but I don't think that they have the smoke color from the factory. Either it's been applied or those are aftermarket. As you can see, it's from Florida. This week we got tons of cars in, not even from Kansas. Looks like a B-2 bomber up there. I don't know, maybe this person works on them or flies them or just likes them. I don't know.
They're really cool. They are in Wichita a lot.
Yeah, it's a cool airplane. And down that side is also very nice. You can see we have a wheel off. We're not going to look underneath today because the engine's being supported by a jack stand. At least we might take a quick look. We'll see. Let's go ahead and jump under the hood. Here is our 2.0 TDI engine. These are really a pretty good engine. My favorite is the generations before this. I think it's called ALH, which is the 1.9 TDI. Those are really fun and they're a lot less complex. You can see the timing belt here. We're doing the service on it, also the water pump. It's a little more complex than 1.9 TDI. A little bit different things going on. We're also doing a fuel filter service, but we have the fuel filter canister out of here because we needed to get it out of the way to do this timing belt service. It makes it a lot easier to get down in there. It kind of smells like diesel fuel around here, if you guys can smell through the camera. Nothing else major going on in the engine bay. Just getting it caught up on some services. But we ran into an issue I want to show you guys on the main pulley. So the main bolt on the main pulley is a 12-point, which is not too strange. I mean, it's Audi, Volkswagen, and also the 4 small bolts are what's called XZN or triple square, which are 12-point internal. I'll show you here. We have the rusty bolt in the center is the one I'm talking about. You can see it is a 12-point bolt. So we have a kit of those, this impact sockets for those, and we went to get that tool out. And a previous mechanic, I don't know who it was, we've had a few others here before, had borrowed that tool or used it, stripped out the splines and put it back in my kit. And it was the only one we had. Thanks to, I don't know which one of you guys did that, but thanks a lot. So we've got one on order, it's coming from Amazon. Then we'll be able to get that main pulley off and continue on with the timing belt service. Those are some of the unexpected things as a shop owner that happens sometimes. You say, do we have that tool? Yeah, I know, I bought that tool. And then you go to use it and it's like, oh, come on. I guess you guys already know the 10mm standard socket is always missing. In fact, I think I bought 20 of them because we always need one, we always have one. And by the time you ran out of those 20, 2 or 3 start trickling in back to your original pile. And you keep a circulation going in the shop. It's like little bugs, like ants. they're just like 10mm sockets making a trip all around the shop. From my toolbox, around the shop, back to my toolbox again. It's kind of weird how that happens. Now the mechanics have their own 10mm as well. I'm just kind of joking about that. But anyways, not too big of a job, but definitely want to make sure we get everything timed in correctly. Here, you can see right here, the ignition timing or the injection timing for this engine is ran off the timing belt. So not only do we have the valves that need to be precisely timed, but the fuel delivery is precisely timed off the timing belt as well. So if you get any of these a tooth or two off, you really could blow this engine up. So it needs to be very precise. Just like this customer is doing, I recommend this be done professionally in a shop. One slip up and you can grenade your engine. So that's where we're at underneath the hood. Let's go ahead and jump into the interior, and then we'll talk about some of the other things the customer wants done.
Okay, ladies and gents, I have crawled into a lot of cars through our time shooting these videos, but literally I climbed up into this car. As you can see though, it does have 132,078 miles. So it does have a fair amount. The gauge cluster looks very nice, and it has set for American standard and European kilometers. As you move up, well, we have a lovely dash mat, and we will not know what is hidden underneath it because the customer has installed that, and we obviously don't remove that. But it is a nice kind of a steel blue, kind of has a cool blue color to it, and you can definitely see, the wizard did mention a crack in the windshield. There's a little bit of a spider going on there. It almost looks like a daddy long legs with all sorts of little legs brimming from that. So definitely could use a new windshield. As we move down, you'll see that they have added an Alpine stereo with a nice touchscreen on it. So that's a definite nice addition to this car. Very simple HVAC controls. And as we move down, we'll see, aha, this is what makes this diesel so much fun. It is a 6-speed manual. To go with that fun driving experience, we do have a little bit of bolster on our seats that are a very dark gray charcoal color. And our door cards are looking very nice as well. One thing that is interesting is the center armrest seems to be, well, maybe possessed by one of the Sesame Street characters. Very nice and very fuzzy. So that is an interesting addition. Never seen that added to a car before, but that's awfully fun. As we move to the back seat, you can see that there is a 40-60 split, and it is looking in really, really good condition. I don't see any marks, any scuffs. There is no bolster on any of the sides, barely any indentation for each seat, but it is in really good condition. Door cards back there are also looking nice as well. As we move back, you'll see that it does have a lovely cargo area in the very far back, and our headliner is looking good until we get to about here, and then we have a kind of an interesting net. And I was kind of shocked when I first climbed in, literally climbed up into here. I didn't even notice it. It is in a nice position where it doesn't actually bother the driver at all. I sat down and it's like, well, that was nicely appeared there. And it just very simply clips to those handles. So here we are at our steering wheel, and we've got a lovely Volkswagen symbol in the center there with some simple controls on each side as well. One thing though that definitely will need to be addressed, and maybe they are aware of this because I've already covered up one thing that needed to probably be addressed, is the leather is definitely not looking so good on this steering wheel. But this isn't terribly hard to fix. You know, they make covers for them if you don't want to get a whole new steering wheel, but nothing too crazy. So, okay. Well, it's an interesting interior. It's very nice. Actually, the seat is quite comfortable, but, well, I guess I literally have to now climb down out of this very high-rise vehicle, and maybe, I guess we're looking at what's underneath.
So we're going to try this, guys. We're going on a creeper. Mrs. Wizard is going to be like a camera pole. I'm going to move the camera around and see if this works. This probably won't work, but it's worth a try. All right, can you see anything under there?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I can see the fans are looking pretty good. They don't seem to have anything going on there. The condenser's looking good.
Let me move you back some.
Oh, maybe to the right. Can you pull me over there? Well, there we go. There's some leakage going on. Maybe valve covers?
Well, there is some things leaking because we have the engine apart, probably.
Maybe. There's some definitely crusties going on here.
Let's see if I can move you. This isn't working too good.
No, it's not. Okay, this is interesting. Where it's resting on bottom of the oil pan, I'm guessing. There's a whole bunch of hair, like
Hair?
dog. Yeah, really, there really is here. See?
Maybe a cat slept in there and got chopped up. Who knows?
Oh, no. Oh, zombie kitty.
Oh, I hope not.
Not zombie kitty. Otherwise, looking up there, I don't see anything too bad. The boot looks okay from here. You can't see the way over there. I can't really.
It's kind of smelly.
The camera to get over there even.
It smells like diesel under here.
Yes, it does. It's not too bad. I mean, if we go back, the camera's not cooperating because the gyroscope doesn't like going all that crazy ways, dear. I'm so sorry.
I don't think this is working very good.
It's not working either. Can you pull me out of here? Oh, thank you.
All joking aside, we've actually have looked underneath of it. Magic Mike has checked it out already. There's no serious issues going on. There is a lot of leaks going on because we have stuff apart and it's literally leaking from that work being done. We just kind of want to joke around and move around on the creeper and give you guys a laugh. But in all seriousness, we're waiting on that socket to arrive. Hopefully it arrives today. We can get this timing belt job continued and keep going with that. And then we'll get that done for the customer. Have all the services up to date. They do need to get a new windshield. That'll be something that they can look into doing. The nice thing is, as long as it's maintained, this is a diesel, it is a Volkswagen, it can go a lot of miles. The engine can as well. A lot longer than some of the gas counterparts. But the rest of the body, and as you see the steering wheel is starting to get kind of a grimy on it. The European cars are not known to go 390,000 miles like the Sequoia you guys just saw not too long ago. The final thing the customer had a request is that they have had it to a tuner to tune it for a little bit more power or fuel economy or whatever it was they were trying to achieve. And in doing so, whatever the tuner changed caused the check engine light to come on. We did pull the codes, and there's some codes for maximum fuel delivery exceeded. Also, there's checksum mismatch error. There's a few other things going on. They did something to the tune and the computer is not happy. The customer asked if we could remedy that situation, and the answer is hell no. I don't know what that tuner's been in there changing around, what software they've pulled or changed or added or deleted. I'm not touching that with a 50-foot pole. It will need to go back to that tuner to resolve whatever's been changed or altered and bring it back to stock. Whatever I could try to do could compound the situation and make it even worse. These engines are not very underpowered to begin with. They're actually pretty torquey and pretty nice, but people love to tune these TDIs. They can be improved upon with tuning and things and get quite a bit more power out of them. One guy that's really into doing those things with Volkswagen products is Bug Ninja. You guys have seen him in the shop, and he's actually going to be in another video very soon as my parts for the Citroen arrive. I know it's pronounced Citroen, but I choose to pronounce Citroen, and I will always say Citroen. We'll get the timing belt service done, get all the services done. It will need, like I said, to go back to the tuner and to resolve whatever's going on there. We're very happy the customer brought this to us all the way from Florida. They trust us to do the work, and they definitely can because we are a trustworthy shop here. I wish I could solve their check engine light, but again, that's a landmine. That's a grenade I'm not stepping on. And a person could question, does it hurt to run it that way? I don't know. The risk is taken by the customer when they choose to do tunes on their car. I didn't put the tune on. I can't take it back off. That's really a risk that a customer or the owner of the car takes when they tune their vehicle. Is it safe? You'll have to ask the guy who tuned it. I don't know what they did. If you do get your car tuned and it starts acting weird, behaving strangely, check engine light, immediately take it back. Say, bro, you effed up, something's going on here, you need to fix this. Daniel's son has worked in tuning shops before many years ago, and he tells me that most tuners say, this is for race only, therefore, zero warranty. You do not get a warranty when you tune your car. So be careful of that. If that tuner blows your engine up, they're not going to get you another one. It's very, very dangerous territory. So be mindful of that. I don't think any damage has been done here, luckily. It runs and drives fine. They just got some parameters mixed up or something. They need to go back in and reset that. So if you're curious what kind of tools we're going to use, and especially some of the ones I'm having to buy because one of my old mechanics stripped out my tools, thank you very much. Check my Amazon affiliates link in the description below. All the tools we have in the shop are listed for sale there. We get a small cut and we really appreciate it. And make sure to hit the subscribe button because we have many more cars coming in. Thanks for watching.